Hello everyone, welcome to Guru Abacus. Myself Seema Dosat, Abacus trainer over here, and also welcome to the counseling session of the Abacus training. So we will start with the very basics of Abacus, like what Abacus actually is. Okay, so the very first question that arises whenever you all are taking franchisee of Abacus is what Abacus is, what are we going to do in Abacus, and what will be the benefits of Abacus. So Abacus is basically like normal maths, but the major difference between normal maths and Abacus is mental calculation. So here the main focus is on mental calculation, but the major concept that we will be covering in the entire training session will be first mental calculation, second speed, and third is accuracy. Okay, as I told you that mental calculation is covered through imagination and also to photographic memory, that I will be explaining you all in the later points in the counseling point basically. And the second point is speed. Okay, so taking an example, if you all are going out in a shop and say it is a mall, okay, and you all are standing at a reception, so and you all want to calculate what the bill is it correct or no. So it will take a lot of time if you all are not that quick, right? So mental, if you are able to calculate mentally, but here speed matters because there are a lot of people standing behind you, right? So here when we have to be quick and use our speed in mental calculation as well. So second thing that we will be focusing is speed in mental calculation. Third is accuracy. Now for example, again taking an example of a child, okay, if I'm giving a child a question, a set of questions in which there are 10 questions, so, and the child is able to solve only 3 questions or say 6 questions, but out of that the child is getting 4 questions incorrect. So our focus will be on 100% accuracy. Okay, so for example, if the child is not getting 100% result or say at least not 90%, so that means we need to focus more on the child, we need to train more to the child. Okay, so we will be restarting the entire session, or say we will be explaining that particular part to the child, and then we will bring the child to a certain level where the accuracy level is at least you will be satisfied with that results. So major things that we will be focusing on is first speed, third second mental calculation, third accuracy level. Okay, now I'll just share some information about the entire Abacus course. In Abacus there are total 9 levels. It begins from junior level, junior 1, 2, 3 till the 9th one. Each level is of 3 months and the classes are to be conducted twice a week. Classes details we will be given later. For now you all have to just remember that there are total 9 levels and the level starts from junior level, and the age group over here starts from 4 years till the maximum we can say it is 13 years, but there are some exceptions also. For example, in Abacus 4, 5, 6 years of students will always start the session from junior level, and 7 and above have to start their classes from level 1. Okay, but for example, if a parent comes to you and the child is about 13 years old, for example 14 years old, so you have to be clear from your side that Abacus age limit is till 14 years only. Okay, but because over here we cover only 4 parts, 4 calculation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So comparatively that wouldn't be that useful for that 14-year-old child, because the mental calculation or the mathematic calculations are much more higher than this. So you have to be clear from your side that this won't be that much useful for your child because we will cover only these 4 calculations. But if you want your child to start from the basics of Abacus, then yes, I can give you admission in Abacus and your child will be learning the basics of mental calculation, and they can do addition, subtraction, this mental calculation, and also division and multiplication. And vice versa, taking an example of a child who is just 9 years old, and now you have to give that admission as per the age group. You will be giving admission to the child in level 1, but the parent is already informing you that the child is not good in maths, the child is not interested in maths, the child does not like maths basically. So you will have to take a short demo session in this. Okay, for example, it will be just like 15 to 20 minutes interaction with that child. You have to just sit with the child, talk to the child, introduction thing, and then you have to explain the Abacus tool first. See, this is our Abacus tool that we provide to the child depends on the rods, 13 rods, 16 rods, and these small tools are used by children, and the teachers have to mandatorily use the master abacus, which I will be showing you all later. Okay, so in the demo session you all will just explain this abacus tool to the child, okay, starting from the center point and tens point. Okay, and then you will just explain. If the child is able to understand the center point, which is the beginning of our abacus unit place, then you will move on to the tens point. Okay, if the child is able to understand both these points properly, that means the child is eligible for level 1. If the child is not understanding the second point, that is our tens point, that means even to that 9-year-old child you will give junior level. Okay, this is an exceptional case because we do not have to take a risk because if the child is 9 years old and not interested in maths, and you are giving admission directly in level 1, so it might be negative, it might go negatively to the child and to your admission as well, because the child might get confused. The child won't be interested in is not already interested in maths, and the child won't be interested in abacus as well, because the child might find it tough to crack these things. So we will make it easier for the child first, so that the child can just start with the junior level first. They'll grasp the basics of abacus, and then after completion of junior level, automatically the level 1 becomes easier for them. So these are some exceptional cases that you all have to keep in mind. Otherwise, 4, 5, 6 years of age group, junior level, 7 and above, always level 1. As I told you all that total we have 9 levels, so you all will be getting 2 books for each level. Okay, as in there are 2 books for junior level, level 1, level 2, like this till 9th level you all will be getting 18 books. Okay, I'll just show you all the books as well. There are 2 books. One is A book, this is junior level book, junior A book and junior B book. Similarly, I have one more level book right now with me, level 1 A book, and the next one is level 1 B book. So basically these A books are classwork books and B books are homework book, okay, in each level. If junior level it is A book, the child will complete it in the class, and if it is B book, the child has to complete that book in homework. Okay, now whenever you all are taking admission of abacus, the main thing is your pitch. Your pitch should be very strong, like it should be precise, it shouldn't just be pointers. Okay, now right now if you all see, you all can take any one A book. Right now I have taken level 1 A book, you all can take junior A book also. This is our first page. Sorry, this is our first page where it is name, class and school written over here. Okay, the very next page is this program enhances page. Okay, so there are some pointers that you all can use when you all are taking admission. See, obviously you all will be telling the parent that the 3 major benefits will be this speed, mental calculation and accuracy, but this is not enough for an admission, right? So you all have to explain more things. So here the same thing I have just jotted down on the board. So here are the pointers. Now again, if you all explain, like I have given you all the pointers and you all are just reading out the pointers, like this program enhances concentration, listening skills, learning ability, expressing skills, so and so, blah blah blah. Okay, so do you think that a parent will take admission with you even though you just read out these points? The answer is a big no, because you need to explain everything to the parent. Okay, for example, if you are saying that if your child if you take admission over here with me, so the concentration level of the child will increase. Okay, here the main point is how. The question is how. It is not this will happen, that will happen. You have to explain them how all these things will actually happen. Okay, so if I'm saying that concentration level of the child will increase, so I will explain first how the concentration level of the child increases. Now taking an example of this abacus tool, here in abacus tool there is no number written over here, like this is 5, this is 50, 500, 1000, 10,000. There's no number written over here. There are no colors, so that the child will just remember the colors and then identify the numbers. There's nothing like this. The child has to focus on the beats, on the point. Okay, like for example, this is my center point. Just child has to concentrate over here. This is my center point, and center point, this is upper beat, so it will be 5 and this will be 1. Okay, this will be 1. So like this they have to concentrate on the abacus tool, and then they will come to know, okay, this is 5, this is the value of this point, this is 100 point value. So here the concentration level of the child increases, because here we haven't given them any numbers written on the beads. Second point is listening skills. Okay, now initially whenever you all will be starting with your classes, obviously you all will not give questions directly to the children. You all will read out some questions, and then the students will do the questions on the abacus tool and then give you the answer. See, it is very common that initially the child won't give correct answers. Okay, it is normal because it is a totally new subject for them. So when you are reading out the question, there's more probability that the child will answer incorrectly, because they won't be listening to you clearly. Okay, so after getting 5 to 6 questions wrong, when you again and again repeatedly tell them that if you are not listening to me like this, you will be getting incorrect answers. At a point the child will realize that they have to listen properly if they want correct answers, and then they start listening, because even they get frustrated, right? Like till what point they will get incorrect answers. So that time they will start listening to you so that they can get correct answer, and then move on to the further syllabus. Okay, so like this the learning this listening skills of the child increases. Third point is learning ability. Now learning ability and this point all on academic excellence goes hand in hand. Okay, now abacus is a totally new subject for a lot of children. There are children who already know about abacus, but again, as per our syllabus in schools, abacus has not been introduced as a normal subject like English, science, mathematics in a lot of schools. There are some schools who have introduced it, but majorly they haven't. Okay, so for example, when I told you all about accuracy, so in accuracy what we do, we train the children till the point where they get 100% result. So just imagine, if a child is getting 100% result in a new subject, okay, obviously it is human tendency that the child will be the child will get positive reinforcement within himself or herself, and they will feel that if they can do so much better in a new subject, how better they can do in other subjects, already existing subjects. Okay, so this motivates the child to do better in other subjects as well. So by this the all-round academic excellence takes place. Okay, then when we are when they are moving further and they are learning more things about abacus, and it is human tendency that if something good is happening to you, automatically you start thinking that more good things will happen to you. It happens with anyone. So if the child is getting good marks in abacus, automatically the child will think, okay, I can do good in this, so I can do better in that subject as well. And because of that positive thinking, okay, just because of that one positive thinking, the child starts focusing more on subjects as well. So here these two things takes place. Now coming to expressing skill. Now according to me, this is one of the most important part in a class or whatever things you all are doing in your life. Expression is very important. Okay, if we will just take an example of a child who is an introvert. Okay, how do a child will express himself or herself in the class? Like, we have taken so many trainings, we have taken so many classes, you know, the answer that comes is when the child gives answer is when the child is expressing himself or herself. But is it necessary that when a child is answering, that time only the child is expressing himself or herself? What if a child is not able to express? What if a child is not able to answer basically? So that is also a type of expression, right? That a child is not understanding the concept, the child is not able to do the sums, the child is asking you to re-explain the sum. So the non-expressions are also a type of expression. So you all have to create an environment where the child is feeling comfortable with you all. You all have to make a bond with the child first. Because see, if you all are not able to make a bond with the children, you are not speaking to the child except the academics things, so the child will not be interested in your class as well, to be honest. Because the children always seek communication, they have to speak to others. Okay, so create an environment where the child is coming towards you and talking to you about anything. It can be academic related things, it can be something personal they did today in the class, they did in the drawing class or art craft, whatever. just give them your ear so that you can just feel them important basically. So they will feel that okay, there's someone to listen to me. So what will happen, even if a child was not interested in your class or not interested in maths, the child will automatically like create a bond with you, and the child will start liking your subject as well. So this is one of the most important thing to create a bond. If there is no bond, that means automatically you are not able to connect with the child. And let me tell you one very important thing, whenever you all are taking classes, the parent won't come to you and like ask how is my child doing, whether my child is able to do mental calculations or no, they won't ask you this thing. The very first thing, they will go to their child and they will ask how is your teacher, is she good to you or not, is she speaking to you properly or not, is she treating you properly or not. So these are some things that the parent will ask to the child first, and then after the reviews of your classes, they will come to you and then they will question you about the child. So keep in mind, the very first exam is yours. You have to clear the exam of reviews first. Like, you have to be good to the children, and it is not for the sake to be just good, but you have to be actually good to the children so that they feel comfortable and they start liking the subject as well. Okay, now next is creativity and imagination. Now if you see junior books, I will just show you one example. There are some drawings that we have given for children: grapes, bananas, pumpkin. So basically what happens, because junior students are actually very young, 4, 5, 6 is a very young age. So there's a probability that the child might just solve 5 to 10 sums and they will be tired. Okay, so for them we have given some drawings so that they can color. Now in this coloring also, we make a twist. We tell them to color with their left hand. So this left hand is basically for right brain development. Okay, when we tell them to color with left hand, their right brain development takes place. It is psychologically proven that the right side of your body is connected to the left side of the brain, and left side of the body is connected to the right side of the brain. So for example, even if you are righty, so your right side is connected to the left side. That means your left side of the brain development is much more faster than the right side. So that the brain development of a child is proper from a young age, we tell them to function with both the hands. In abacus also, they use both the hands, particular fingers, index finger and thumb, and while doing sessions like speed writing and coloring also, they use their left hand, so that the brain development is taking place and also an activity session is conducted. Okay, now next point is photographic memory. Now when we talk about mental calculation, so over here mental calculation is done through photographic memory and imagination basically. So what we tell children, see, when they are using this abacus tool, okay, so when you look at a thing continuously, so and after a point when someone tells you to close your eyes and imagine that particular thing, it is 100% sure that you will be able to imagine that thing also. Okay, this is your abacus tool, and the child is using it for about 2 to 3 months, and they are looking at the beads, they are looking at the abacus tool, and when I tell them to close their eyes, okay, they will be able to imagine the beads. Okay, if I say +1, they will automatically take one bead up, and I will tell them to imagine the bead. They have one orange bead, and then +1 again. So there are how many beads in total? There are 2 beads. So they make a picture of those things and then they answer. So this is how we take mental calculation. So by this, the photographic memory of the child increases. Next, speed and accuracy, already explained, the main focus. Right brain development because of the entire this left hand writing and also multitasking. And this is also explained already. Maths wizard. So maths wizard is basically, we say, a jadugar. Okay, so when I say a 4-year-old child who has completed junior level and I give an equation to them, a question that is 50 plus 20 plus 5 plus 3, what will be the answer? It is basically 78. Okay, the 4-year-old child who has completed junior level of abacus, this will be one of the most easiest question for the child. believe me or not, don't believe me, if you all know about abacus, then obviously you all will think, yeah, it is one of the easiest thing. But people who do not know about abacus, there will be a question like how a 4-year-old child can do these kind of sums in a second, or within a second, or in 2 seconds. So here there is a sequence. Okay, who know about abacus, they already know there's a sequence, and due to that sequence only the children are able to do these sums. And when after a point they have to jumble up and the sequence breaks, and by that they are able to do these sums also, random sums as well. Okay, so like this, if a child who is 4 years old and the group circle is just learning the numbering things, the counting things, and here another child is able to answer 2 rows question, 3 rows question, 2-digit sums, so that means the child is an exceptional case in that particular age group. The child is actually doing way much better than the expected. Okay, so these are some points that you all have to actually explain when you all are taking admission, because just explaining 2 to 3 points and giving the pointers won't make the admission positive. Okay, so you all have to explain in depth. One more thing that I will suggest you all is, if a parent comes to you and they say that they already know a lot of about abacus, or for instance if someone says that they do not know about abacus, in both the cases it's your duty that you have to explain everything to that parent, whether they know about abacus or they do not know about abacus, because there's 2 probability. If a person who says that they know about, he or she knows about abacus, okay, there are 2 probabilities. First, the parent might have half information, or the parent might also have wrong information. So do not take a risk about on it. You just go on explaining whatever stuff you want to explain, and then after that you have to come to the fee structure. Okay, make sure you are not revealing your fee structure before your explanation. First give explanation and then move on to the fee structure. Okay, now coming to the fee structure, the fee structure that I am sharing with you all right now is basically moldable. You can mold it. Okay, so ideally we say it is 3,500 per class, per level. Basically, if a child is taking admission in junior level, so the fee structure will be 3,500, out of which 500 is tool price, this kit price, and 3,000 is our admission fee, which will be totally yours. And in that the 500 you have to send it to the company, and company will be sending you 2 books, A book and B book, abacus tool, abacus pouch, and level completion certificate. So this you will be getting in this 500. And if you want, the kit you all will be purchasing will be 955 rupees. Okay, now in this you all will be getting 2 books, okay, 1 level, and you will be getting abacus tool, abacus pouch, level completion certificate, the progress card. You will be getting t-shirt and bag as well, and this is plus shipping charges and GST charges. So just keep these charges in mind, and yes, whenever you all are purchasing new kit, you have to reconfirm it with your executive so that you are updated with the new fees, this structures, because it might change later as well. So just for this confirmation sake, you all can ask them before buying the kit as well. Okay, now after sharing the fee structure, let me prepare you for the questions as well. There are few questions that a lot of parents ask to our franchisee holders that we have also come across. First thing is, why are the charges so high? Okay, so you have to be mentally ready for these kind of questions. First answer should be on first focus should be on your quality. You have to tell them that quality matters, not quantity. So the quality that I will be giving you all is way much better than other institution, I can guarantee you. Okay, second thing, they say that there are a lot of institutions in the market who are just charging 500 or say 800 or 200 per per month. Okay, then the cross answer that you all can give in this is that whenever they are charging month wise, okay, so monthly you are paying 500 to that company, that institution, right? So even if your child is eligible to complete that particular level within 3 months, they will purposely extend to 6 months or 7 months or more than that. So automatically you are paying 3,000 or more than 3,000 as well. But because you are paying it installment wise monthly, so you will think that you are paying less amount, but automatically you are paying more than that, right? Over here, two things: money is also wasted and your child's time is also wasted. Okay, here we are charging you directly because we do not want these kind of things to happen. We do not want to waste the time of your child. Okay, so 3,000 is the direct amount that we charge. Now, as I told you, this 3,000 can be dropped, can be risen by you. It's totally up to you, because you know your locality best, how much the people over there can pay in your community. So you can charge 2,000, you can charge 4,000 as well, 5,000 as well. Totally depends on you. Okay, the institution won't be interrupting in that. Okay, now when you finish sharing all these things, you have to also like make sure that you are answering all the questions of the parents. Okay, you have to give a last question like, do you have any more questions, so that you will actually get an idea whether the parent is satisfied or not. Okay, and if you think the parent is yet not satisfied, just give a demo session with the child in front of the child and in front of the parents, so the parents will come to know how you are going to teach to the child as well. Okay, so now coming to the last part of our session is the marketing training. Okay, now in the entire session, whenever you're starting with any business, with a new business, the most important part is marketing. Okay, be it educational field, be it any developmental field or financial field, marketing is very important. Now I won't say marketing means big huge thing that you have to go on an advertisement, you have to print on newspapers. No, there are just 3 basic steps that you need to follow. See, first, you all have now completed your training almost, or you all have just started your training, depends when you are taking the counseling session. Okay, if you all have completed the training, that means you all are ready to start with the classes as well. So start making your own videos. Okay, so that will be the second stage again. So first thing, see, if in a market we are taking an example of a product, take an example of a beauty product, a cream which has been just launched in the market, and your friend comes up to you and tells you that this is a very nice cream and you should use it. Will you be in your friend's confidence and use that cream directly? I think no one will do that, because even you will be conscious about yourself, right? So you will just find information about that, you will see what are the ingredients involved in that, and then you will see the reviews as well, and then you will just think about it that you can just try it once, you will take a sample, right? So this is how happens in education field as well. If people do not know about Abacus, what Abacus is, what are the benefits of Abacus, what you will be giving to them, people won't come to you to try Abacus. So very first thing that you have to do is spread information about Abacus. We give soft copies to y'all. You all can start posting that. Be very active on social media. Take the printouts of it. You can just mobilize your pamphlets, okay, about the information of Abacus. What Abacus is, what are the benefits of Abacus, what things you will be doing in the classes, so they will get an idea first. Second thing that you have to do is make your own videos. Okay, so by this what will happen, the people already know what Abacus is. Now they will come to know that you know Abacus, you have completed your training, because earlier they didn't know that you know Abacus, but now after posting the video they will come to know, yes, you are trained in Abacus now. Third thing that you have to do, that you have, if you haven't got any admission but you have a child in your house, you can start teaching that child, and you can just share the video of the child as well. So again, third information will be spread that you are able to teach to the student as well. So 3 information, the simple information, but the most important ones that you are sharing is first what Abacus is, second you know Abacus, and third that you are able to teach Abacus. See, information, gaining information is very easy, but forwarding that information, forwarding that knowledge is quite difficult, I will say, and everyone is not eligible to do that. So you need to prove yourself in front of the parents. If I am over here, I know about Abacus, but I am not able to teach you all, that means the knowledge goes in vain basically. So similarly will happen with you all. If you all have completed the session, if you all have completed the training, but you are not able to teach students, what will happen, that parents will think that you just know about Abacus, you have learned Abacus, but you are not eligible to teach students, right? So you have to prove by the video or by the demo session that you can teach students also. So the parent will see the video and they will feel, yes, if this child can learn Abacus from this teacher, my child can also do that. Okay, so these are some things that you all have to keep in mind. And after this basic things, if you want to grow your organization more, your classes more, then you can just collaborate with other tutorials in your locality. Just go to them and make a deal that if you give me some admissions from your classes, I just want to conduct a demo sessions, and if I get admissions from your classes, then we can either you all can make an economic deal or a marketing deal. You can tell them that I will display your tutorials name, so you'll get admissions for normal subjects, or else I will give you 5% of the total amount. So these are some deals that you can make with other tutorials. One thing that I will tell you all to focus on is references. Focus on your references. Like if you have got one admission, and that admission, for example, you have just taken for 2000. Okay, so you can just tell the parent that if you give me three more admissions, so I will the next level of your child will be totally free. Okay, so what will happen if the parent agrees? So you will get 3 more admissions. Okay, now coming to examination, when a child completes a particular level, for example junior level, then the child has to appear for an examination which will be conducted by Guru Abacus itself. So your executive will be giving you number of our exam team person, and that person will contact you, or you can directly contact that person. So the person will basically ask you for basic information like the child's name, which level the child has to appear for, and the email ID and contact number. And the person will generate a link, and proper ID password will be forwarded to the child, or if you want it to be forwarded to your email ID, you can give your email ID as well. So it will be online examination, and it will be basically 40 marks examination, and there will be 100 questions in that. It will be online exam, and it will be only online exam. Let me highlight this thing, there are no offline exams conducted. Okay, and you all have the exams will be conducted by Guru Abacus only, and the certificate will be provided on that basis. And now coming to a very important thing that a lot of you ask is about competition, so that the child can enhance their confidence level and come forward with other children also. So yes, we do have national level and international level competitions in Guru Abacus. You don't have to worry whether you will be updated about it or not, because we have a team who will be contacting you 1 month prior or 1.5 months prior, so that you can seek place and book a place for your child. There are certain amount that you have to pay, there is enrollment fees for that structure. They will be updating you about that too. So it will be again online examination, depends on the this situation also. If it is COVID based situation, then it will be online. If the situation is good and we are good to conduct offline classes, then yes, we will conduct offline classes like we have done before as well. So and also PDFs will be provided to you, so that the child can practice also, and there will be sessions, there will be extra sessions, so that the child can focus on the speed and how to get ready for those kind of examination. Okay, so these are some things that I wanted to share with you all in the counseling session. And if you all have any further doubts, you all can just contact your concerned trainer or your executive as well in regards to the marketing, in regards to the syllabus. Any question that you have, we are free we are actually obliged to answer to your questions. You can contact us whenever you want to, but yes, within the office timings. So thank you so much, and I hope your classes are doing well, the ones who have started, and the people who are starting with your classes, all the very best. I hope you do good and open more and more Abacus classes. Thank you so much.